Hi everybody, this is Mrs. Kim and I'm here with Miss Erling and Mr. Knox, and today we'll be talking about Chapter 3, Section 1, beep, which begins on page 80 and ends on page 85. The key idea that we would like you to know, the essential question, is what is the cell theory and how is your body organized? All living things are made of cells. So you are made of cells. Your cat Fluffy is made of cells. The tree outside is made of cells. The bugs, okay, even a mushroom, which is a fungus, and everything is made of cells. So let me just quiz you. Is this made of cells? Mm-mm. What about this? Mm-mm. What about this apple? That's a trick question. Apples come from trees, and trees are made of cells. So I would say yes to that one. All cells obtain oxygen. They get rid of waste, which is carbon dioxide. They obtain food, and they grow. And even though cells are very small, you are able to see it with a microscope. Okay, table talk without looking at your notes. See if you can remember the 4 functions of cell. What do all cells do?
Because cells are so darn small, we cannot see them without the use of a microscope. Now, when were microscopes first invented? Microscopes were first invented during the scientific revolution. And as you guys know in history class, scientific revolutions where a lot of science ideas first made their start. The microscope was first invented by the Janssen brothers. However, the first person to look at cells and actually coin the term cells was Robert Hooke. Robert Hooke used a microscope like this, and he looked at cork cells, and what he found was little spaces in the cell wall, and it reminded him a little the cells that the monks used to stay in. Von Leeuwenhoek used a microscope that looked like this. They put the specimen at the tip right here, and looked through this hole at the specimen. And Leeuwenhoek looked at everything, from pond scum to teeth scrapings, everything he could, blood, all that stuff. And so during the 1600s, there was a great discovery of these cells. And as it went on, people, Robert Hooke, compound microscope, and Leeuwenhoek, simple microscope. So as it went on, these people developed the cell theory. And the cell theory, there's 3 parts. Now, this is very important. Number 1 is all living things are made of cells. Number 2, cells are the basic unit and structure of living things. I am shaped the way I am because my cells are arranged a certain way. And number 3, all cells are produced from other cells. Okay? To get more cells, the cell divides through a process of mitosis, and we're going to talk about that later, but all cells come from other cells. Miss Kurt.
So we've talked about cells and how cells make up all living things, but sometimes a living thing can be just one cell. This is called a unicellular organism. An example of a single-celled organism you've probably heard of is bacteria. So most organisms we see and think about on a daily basis are multicellular organisms, meaning they are made up of many cells. So cells are organized into tissues, organs, organ systems, and organism. And if you think about back to when we learned about the human body, you'll recall that cells, specialized cells, form tissues. So tissues are a group of similar cells that work together to perform a particular function. Organs, such as the brain, make up different kinds of tissues that work together. Organ systems, a group of organs that work together to perform a major function like digestion. And organisms, an organism is a living plant or animal. So from smallest to largest, we have cells, tissues, organs, organ systems, and organisms. So think about the question on the slide. In order of increasing size, can you name the levels of organization in living things? Pause the video, see if you can organize them. When you think you have it right, press play. First, we have the cell, then tissue. Tissues make up organs, organs make up organ systems, and organ systems are part of an organism. Write this down so you can remember it.